Right, good day people of YouTubes. Unfortunately, you're not going to see me randomly pick this. Also, you'll notice the pack is slightly opened. There are reasons for that. I basically started recording this video and then Bandcamp decided to freeze at about a minute in, which is slightly annoying. I've only seen the first couple of cards of this pack, but we're going to go with that anyway. Just going to take it on trust. I did pull Master 25 here. We were going to have to pull a Master set eventually. This is totally not manipulated just so I can do that. Anyway, also, change of playmat, which I did talk about a little bit in the last video, but hey, I'm not going to overdo that. Also, they reverse the position where the tokens are. Alright, so card number 1 is the Vampire Lacerator. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose 1 life unless the opponent has 10 or less life. But it's a 2/2 creature for 1 mana. Master sets, by the way, cost about 3 times as much as the typical booster packs. There are a lot of valuable reprints in them, although Masters 25 is a little disappointing on the value of those reprints. But generally speaking, the commons and uncommons will be slightly more powerful as a consequence. Second card, we have a Chartooth Cougar, which I loved when this came out in Scourge, I think. So basically, this is a fire-breathing cat beast. Basically, we can pump as much red mana into it and make it stronger, but also, in the early game, we can mountain cycle it for 2, so basically discard it, pay 2, and find a mountain, which can be useful if you don't have one. We then have Plummet, which is destroy target creature with flying. I mean, it's fine, but we're not in greed anyway. Next up, Accumulated Knowledge. So this is something that gives us a benefit very multiple of them, not something that's going to happen too much in this draft. We only have 1 pack of Masters, and I don't think we have the set this is originally from either. I want to say, well, that's Nemesis it's showing the symbol of, but I thought there was a later cycle than that in the Onslaught block somewhere. Still, we then have Vassal of Nascency. So, Vassal of Nascency reveals off cards of the library, artifact, enchantment, creature, enchantment of land, or planeswalker, put them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. So, not a bad little card if we're playing in graveyard synergies. We currently are not doing that. Skirk Commando. So this is a goblin. Unfortunately not as good as a kobold, but there is more support for them. Whenever Skirk Commando deals combat damage to a player, you may have it deal 2 damage to target creature that player controls. So we have to sneak it through, but to help that, it is allowed to be played as a morph. So morph is basically you pay the cost, you pay 3, and it comes down face down as a 2/2 creature with no effects. However, at any point you can play the morph cost on the card and flip it face up. So that's how you might sneak that through. I mean, it's fine, it's just not massively exciting. This is not a bad card in context. This is the Pacifism. We picked up a Pacifism-like effect in the Amoket booster yesterday, but yeah, okay, so another effect like this would be fine. This at least allows us to shut down enemy things, which removal is going to be something that we need to prioritize with this draft. Let's see how it goes, though. Next up, we're going to go for the Phyrexian Ghoul, which is good. It's a good card. Unfortunately, again, not in our colours. Sacrifice a creature, it gets a power boost. So basically, this means you can also, when creatures are about to die, sacrifice them, give this power boost, and hopefully punch through for additional damage. Ghost Ship. This is a classic card. This is from the Dark. This is pre me playing it. But a 2/4 flyer, which can regenerate itself. Regenerate basically means it has one. The easiest way to think of it is basically it can survive death once for each regeneration it's got on it. The only cost of it is once it uses that death shield, it taps itself. That's not entirely the judge way of describing how that works, but that's how it works, really. It's fine. I probably wouldn't play it unless I was desperate for playables, which I might be, considering things. It does also have 2 blue mana symbols, and we do have some things that care about, Califi, for example, cares about the number of mana symbols we have in play. We have a Disenchant, which is a reasonable enough singleton card. It's the artifact and enchantment removal. Probably not going to take it, though, because I don't prioritize it massively, but we'll see. Street Wraith. So this is a Swamp Walk creature which can cycle, so we discard it for pay 2 life, and we draw a card. So it can replace itself for 2 life. Other than that, it's 3/4 and Swamp Walk, which means it can't be blocked if the defending player controls a swamp. Next up, we have the Merfolk Looter. So this is fine. Play it on turn 2 and eventually just filter out our draws, getting our good cards into our hand faster, discarding the cards we don't want. We prefer it if it said Scry, being fully honest, but it's not a bad card in isolation. We then have the Quicksilver Dagger, which is an enchantment aura. Tap, this creature deals 1 damage to target player, we draw a card. So it's more card draw, It's also in 2 of our colours. We could still go Rogak and Elagath, but yeah, we need stuff that scries. Our foil, I'm saving the rare because I've just seen what it is Diabolic Edict, a great little card there. Instant speed, target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Not a bad one entirely. We then have Animar, Soul of the Elements, and I love this card. So it's protection from white and black. So nothing white or black can target it or enchant it. Whenever it casts a creature spell, it gets bigger, and creature spells cost 1 less for each counter that goes onto it. Also, this is a pivot point here, because we've been avoiding green this whole time, but if we could actually take Animar here, we could then have Rogath, we could have all of our blue stuff, and we could put Inmoisi back into a deck, and start maybe considering other shenanigans. And I think Animar is just that powerful that I'd consider it. Oh boy, this is probably a wrong pivot here, but I love Animar too much. We're taking Animar as an option. So if we were to have Animar, our deck would pretty much consist of Elagath, Rogak yeah, we have lots of legendary stuff that we can just put in there. Plenty of creatures, big creatures as well. So Cascade with Enmity would suddenly work. Creatures costing less also makes our big creatures better if it's the commander. We lose a Chroma, and a Chroma's a big cost to this, but that would be such a good thing. Yeah, we're taking Animar. Animar might just now be our commander. Okay, so that's pick 1. Pick 2. Suddenly we have to think about green, although the green wasn't amazing in this pack, but we can think about green going forward. I think if I was going to just debate it, since we're possibly going 3 colour, and also we care about things costing 6 now, Chartered Cougar fits all the bills for just having a decent card that we can cast on curve, also Cascade, so that seems fine. And then card draw, and I think if we're looking at card draw here, our best option is Merfolk Looter. We could go for the Quicksilver Dagger, we could go for a big flying ship, but I think having a creature version of this, especially if we do end up with Animar, is the way to go. Quicksilver Dagger is fine, it also gets around some issues, but yeah, I think the play here is we go Animar, Soul of Elements, and we have once again pivoted into something, and no doubt we will pivot into something else at some stage. Oh boy, if we'd have got this master set earlier, we'd have been much better set, because we've let so many good green cards go. Alas, that is the way it goes. So we're going to be base blue, which is not the way you generally want a 3-color deck to be, but hey. Base blue, splashing red and splashing green at the moment. Nevertheless, that is the pick for Pack 9. I will see you tomorrow for Pack 10. And yeah, everything has changed yet again. Until then.